My brother-in-law kept joking at every wedding that I was too ugly for his sister. He stopped laughing when I revealed his beautiful secret. The first time Ryan did it, I thought he was just being protective. At his college roommate's wedding, during the reception dinner, he stood up with his champagne glass and announced that some men marry up and others marry way, way up. Then he looked directly at me and Jessica, his sister, and said with a grin that thankfully love was blind. Everyone laughed. Jessica blushed and squeezed my hand under the table, whispering that Ryan was just being silly. But something about the way he'd paused before delivering the punchline, the way his eyes had lingered on my face with what looked like genuine disdain, made my stomach twist. I forced a smile and raised my own glass, playing along with what everyone assumed was harmless family teasing, but it didn't stop there. At Cousin Miranda's wedding 2 months later, Ryan cornered me at the bar and asked loudly enough for the groomsmen to hear whether I'd considered plastic surgery as an anniversary gift for Jessica. When I tried to laugh it off, he patted my shoulder and said he was just looking out for his little sister's happiness. The groomsmen chuckled uncomfortably and ordered another round. The pattern escalated at every family gathering. Ryan would make comments about my clothes being from discount stores, joke about Jessica being the prettier half of our couple, or suggest that I must have incredible hidden talents to compensate for my looks. Each comment was delivered with a smile and a laugh, making it impossible to call him out without seeming oversensitive. At Jessica's cousin's wedding in June, Ryan gave an impromptu toast about settling versus finding your dream partner. He talked about how some people get exactly what they deserve in life, while others get incredibly lucky. His eyes never left my face as he spoke, and when he finished, the entire reception gave him a standing ovation. Jessica was crying with joy, thinking he was celebrating our love. I sat there feeling sick to my stomach, watching our family and friends applaud what they thought was a heartfelt tribute to marriage, but I'd caught the subtext in every carefully chosen word. Ryan wasn't celebrating our union. He was systematically dismantling my worth as a husband while maintaining plausible deniability. The skill with which he operated was almost impressive if it wasn't so cruel. The family began to internalize his narrative. Jessica's mother started suggesting I join a gym or take up golf to meet more successful men who could give me networking advice. Her father would make comments about hoping I could provide adequately for Jessica's future, given my middle management position at an accounting firm. Even my own parents began questioning whether I was ambitious enough. Jessica herself started asking subtle questions about why I didn't have more male friends or enjoy typical guy activities like fantasy football or poker nights. She wondered aloud why I preferred art museums to sports bars, cooking together to watching games. Ryan's constant implications about my inadequacy as a man were slowly poisoning her perception of me, even though she claimed to love me exactly as I was. The most insidious part was how Ryan made everyone complicit in his campaign against me. He'd ask other men at gatherings to include me in their conversations about sports or cars, knowing I'd struggle to contribute meaningfully. When I'd inevitably fall silent or excuse myself, he'd shake his head sympathetically and mutter something about Jessica deserving someone who could keep up with her brothers intellectually. My confidence eroded with each gathering. I started second-guessing my clothing choices, practicing sports knowledge before family events, and trying to modify my personality to better fit Ryan's definition of acceptable masculinity. Jessica noticed my efforts and praised me for trying to connect better with her family, not realizing that I was desperately attempting to survive her brother's psychological warfare. The breaking point came at Jessica's best friend's wedding in August. Ryan had been drinking heavily during the cocktail hour, and when it came time for the traditional bouquet toss, he grabbed the microphone from the DJ. He announced that everyone should make way for the single ladies, but maybe the married ones should participate too, in case they wanted to upgrade. His eyes locked on Jessica as he said it, and the entire reception erupted in laughter. Several people looked at me with pity, while Jessica stood frozen, finally understanding the cruelty behind her brother's words. I excused myself to the bathroom and called my brother Kevin for support. Full story on my channel and linked below.